Child, I'm tired. It's so much
Oh,
stuff out here about Mr. Diddler. I mean, so much stuff. So y'all know that he ended up being arrested earlier this week on what was it, racketeering. I want to make sure that I say it right. So give me a second. Let me
mm-hmm.
make sure we get it right on what this man's charges and stuff were. Okay, so it looked like Diddy was arrested. He's pleading not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. Okay, now I thought that he also had like drugs or something like that. I thought he was being arrested for that, but child, it's been so much information coming out about Diddy. Y'all know,
He robbed the CVS warehouse of their baby oil inventory.
pretty much, yeah, because they found tons of that. What they said, 100 and some bottles. That
Mm.
was crazy. Now, y'all know Dawn. We got to go back real quick to this because Dawn ended up dropping her lawsuit against Diddy on last week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And yeah, Dawn Richard from Danny DeCane, she sued him.
Yeah, I didn't know she
Uh,
dropped it.
no, 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 not dropped it. Like dropped it, took it off the table. I meant dropped it
Uh,
like pow, here you go. That's what I
okay,
mean. She
okay, okay.
released it. Let me say that. She brought up a lawsuit against Diddy. Let me correct that because a lot of people may think that the same thing. But no, she brought up a lawsuit against him and she made some allegations about, Miss Cassie being assaulted, her actually witnessing it. She said Kaleena was there to witness it as well. And Kaleena came out and was like, girl, like I was there, but I really wasn't there. Like I'm here, but I ain't really here with it. Like I don't really know what you're talking about. Like that ain't really got nothing to do with me. Come to
Mhm.
find out, I'm thinking her husband got in her ear. They're saying that Diddy reached out to her like 54 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're saying
That's what
Diddy,
the court document said?
yeah, he hit her up like 54 times regarding this since that lawsuit dropped. So I guess he was trying to plead his case. They also mentioned that, whenever situations like this would happen with Diddy, he would reach out to whatever victims and try to convince them, according to the documents, that what they said happened to them did not really happen to them.
Mm.
you know it's just been like a whole mess. Let me see what else we have over here about this situation. The U.S. Attorney's Office said that they have text messages between him and Cassie after he assaulted her in 2016. He said, "Call me. The cops are here. I got 6 kids. Yo, please call. I'm surrounded. You gonna abandon me all alone?" Goes on. They said she references the incident involving Cassie that led to a violent encounter between them. The defendant had a freak off March 5th, 2016. We have evidence there was one commercial SEX worker there in the room during the assault. She isn't even wearing shoes. She's in danger. Defendant storms out in a towel. Now, this seems to be coming from the U.S. attorney, whereas Diddy's attorney tried to play it out as though nobody else was in the room. Like it was just Diddy and her, and Cassie went through Diddy's phone and saw that he was cheating. And I think he said that she threw a phone at him or whatever the case was. And just trying to
They
make
said
it seem
one
like,
commercial sex worker in the room.
mm-hmm,
Mm.
that's crazy work. Um,
To
let's see what
me,
else.
though,
Mm-hmm.
it's the girl. When I tell you, it's the people that act like they didn't see that video. This is about that video of her
That's what I
running from the
thought.
goddamn hotel room. And what I also read about this moment is that when he texted that shit, police were surrounded the hotel. So
Right.
it's crazy to me how we never heard about the police surrounding a fucking hotel because of whatever Diddy had going on in that hotel room. That tells me that people heard what was going on.
Of
They heard
course.
how she was getting her ass whipped. So to me, like to still see so many people in the comments acting like this didn't happen, like I hate it here. That's all I want to say.
Definitely.
Yeah,
And
that's
hearing the
wild.
attorney who tries to play her out, trying to, reduce it down to something different. Like, oh, she hit him inside the room. Oh, those bags she had all of his clothing in it. And it's like, sir, stop that. Whatever it was, this man, did he like throw her to the ground, didn't kick her, stomp on her and stuff? So
Yeah.
it's like, there's
Mhm.
no excuse for any of that behavior. Shine finally came out. And with him coming out, he for me, I say finally came out and actually said it, because I've never heard him actually say
This is
Diddy
his.
put him behind bars.
Who is
Hmm?
Shyne? Who is Shyne Barrow?
He used to be an artist under Diddy. And when
Oh,
Diddy first had that club shooting that happened, I think it was in New York or somewhere, and a woman got shot in the face. This
Shyne?
was back when he was
Shyne.
with who was it? Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
Remember the lady got shot in the face and said that it was actually Diddy that shot her, but Shyne
Yeah,
took the fall and was in jail for like 10 years or some shit like that,
for
right?
sure.
what?
Yes, yes. For 10 years. And when he got out, Diddy wanted to make sure he got photo ops, right? Making it seem like, oh, we're cool, taking pictures and all of that, like like his love,
And then
right?
he funded his presidential campaign in Belize.
This is the
That was
payback.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And but
And I'm
but
not
see,
mad.
Diddy does this. Like
Mm-hmm.
he does this. He'll harm you and then act like he's trying to help you at a later time or try to give you your props. He did all of that to Cassie and didn't want to get on that stage and be like, shout out to Cassie for holding me down during the dark times. Lorianne Gibson, and shout out to these people. Like
Or
it's
Kim,
even performative. And it's
the way
also
he
to
talked about
me,
Kim.
yeah.
He used Kim to get Young Miami because Young Miami had lost her baby daddy at the same time that he allegedly lost Kim. So to me, I felt like he was using it even then
Mm,
because that was the thing that Carisha said that really bonded them was how he was kind of going through whatever he was going through about Kim at the same time and she was going through her shit with her baby daddy that passed.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's what.
sure.
Mhm.
Um,
Take
let's let's check this out.
When I was a 18-year-old kid, just wanting to do nothing other than make my mother proud and make Belize proud and do what all of us want to do, be recognized for our talent and take over the world. I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison. So that is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes, I forgave, I moved on, but let us not pretend as if I was in Miami for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Well, I saw
And
you
that
spent a birthday with him once.
I
I saw a birthday
I
cake.
went again to do a charity event for impoverished
Nigga
youth
said I saw a
in
birthday cake.
London. So let us not lose when I was a sight of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life and who I forgave and who I moved on, and for the better interest of Belize, because he was in a position at that time to give scholarships and to maybe invest. I would not deny attempting to bring the investment to Belize and to bring the contributions to education to Belize, but don't distort it as if he and I were bombale. This is someone that destroyed my life, but do I take any joy or any satisfaction with what he is going through? Absolutely not. I am different than maybe other people. No one needs to fail for me to succeed. No one needs to suffer for me.
In your at the height of your profession.
Sight.
All right, so we pretty much just heard from Shyne and what he had to say, but I'm glad that he's at a place where he can speak out and like blatantly say like Diddy
So
did
did
this
he
to him.
did he serve his full sentence or he got out on wrongful conviction?
No, he
Nah, he
served the
served his
full
full
sentence.
sentence. And that's what I was about to
Damn.
say. He talking that shit, but at the end of the day, my nigga, you took the fall. If I remember correctly, he took the fall. It wasn't like, oh, Diddy just brought people. Yeah, he might have tricked you, but you agreed on some level to take the fall and not say that you did not do this publicly to people. Because the only person that I remember saying, in opposition was the woman that got shot and said that no, it was Diddy that shot me. I feel like Shyne is
So the woman
saying,
lived.
yes, she spoke
Mm-hmm,
it
yeah.
recently. She said Diddy is the person that shot her. This is
Wow.
literally the moment that him and J-Lo break up because Diddy decides he wants to shoot at people in a fucking club as if everybody don't know them. Okay, so this is when J-Lo realizes this nigga is unhinged. Okay, but to me, Shyne took the fall. I don't care what Shyne is talking about. So that makes me feel like y'all may not have vacation together, but he has something on you for you to take the fall. He has something on you
I
for you
don't
to
know.
take
I
the
feel
fall.
like he probably was just young, impressionable, and
Mm,
I think easy to manipulate. He could have
yeah.
told that man, "I'm gonna look out for your family. I'm gonna take care of this and that back home."
Yeah, obviously he's money motivated if he said I don't fuck with him, but I'm gonna take the money for Belize.
That's
So he might have
absolutely
been
true.
impressionable. Yeah.
But I
Hmm.
also feel like nobody is doing that unless they are close to somebody. So him acting like they didn't have a certain type of relationship, I don't know if I agree with that.
Mm.
Because you said he said himself he was trying to help him out. He was trying to defend him. Why would you be trying to defend him and end up getting caught up being accused of something that you didn't do unless you had a relationship with him where you thought either he had something on you, because I do feel like we see how did he move. It's very much a possibility that he had video or something on Shyne that made Shyne acquiesce at the moment.
Oh, he
Or
convinced him to do something with his music. I'm reading online. It's saying so it happened in December 1999. He had an album drop in 2000, and then he continued to record music while he was in prison. So it's given very much. Diddy was like, "I'm gonna make sure your family taken care of."
I think that's a part of it. Yeah. I think that's a part of the deal always, is that I'm gonna make sure you good. I think he does that with everybody. That's why Kaleena, who I think is very much probably somebody that's in tapes as a victim, but still decided to come out and call Dawn a liar, is
Mhm.
because on some level he's convinced you that it's advantageous for you to be on his side no matter what. That's why so many people will go back and work with him after they've been abused. Because I think the same thing. I think we watched people be abused. Lori Ann and everybody from Making a Band, we watched that shit in real time. And then people still went back to work with him. And the
Man,
reason why,
except for Farnsworth. What's going on with him? I know he had
child,
see
we
some
ain't
shit.
seen that nigga in a month of Sunday.
Farnsworth.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's been a
and
minute.
Aubrey had been talking bad about him. Like she had been telling us who Diddy was for the longest. That's crazy.
She was. Thank you for the super chat, Jersey girl. The lady's telling her story is good. Thank you for the super chat. I'm not sure where you are in the live, but thank you. What else has been going on with this case? It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. I mean, they're saying that text messages, they reveal more text messages and stuff. When it comes to one of the female victims,
Not the
the
Tupac meme.
saying I turn my head for a second and you get effed up and you drag me down the hall by my hair. I have bleeding cuts. You hit me in the head 2 good times. When you get effed up the wrong way, you always want to show me that you have the power and you knock me around. I'm not a rag doll. I'm someone's child.
Sounds so
Child, I'm
much
wondering who
child.
the hell that could have been that sent them texts. And
Mhm.
why am I thinking Miami? Is that you?
That girl,
I
I was thinking the same thing. I'm someone.
Ooh.
I don't know why I thought that was her.
And you know she the one that'll say something to the nigga because she don't understand what he's doing exactly. And I said this shit, but everybody swore up and down because Miami's from Florida and her family grew up doing this. I'm like, yeah, they grew up doing that with low level broke ass pimps. It's not the same thing as somebody like Diddy that's offering you the world and confusing the fuck out of you with the way they want to haul off and hit you out of anger out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for them to be angry. But I'm gonna say this though, like the thing that really killed me about the whole situation, and I hate this, and I don't want to sound fucked up, but the way y'all credit Cat Williams and Wendy Cat Williams and Wendy Williams, the way y'all continue to ignore the fact that there are countless amounts of stories about Diddy that have been out for years. That wasn't just Wendy Williams, that wasn't just Cat Williams. People have been trying to tell y'all about Diddy for years, and y'all call them liars, and y'all say they just trying to get a money grab. But now that all of this shit is coming out, Wendy Williams said, Cat Williams said, man, motherfuckers been saying. I heard stories years ago from people in my family about
right.
Diddy and the way he would sneak in beds on people and shit. So to me, I
Mm.
feel like when y'all say shit like, oh, Wendy and Cat, it's a way for y'all to ignore all of the women that have been telling y'all shit for years about this man from firsthand experience. Or from seeing it on Making a Band. Y'all ever ask yourselves why that shit not in syndication nowhere? Why it ain't been on nobody's streaming service? You might be able to find it on YouTube,
They
but
said
all in
why.
all,
It didn't have to do with Diddy. It was because apparently back in the day they didn't have what is it called? Copyright on music. So they were using like regular music like we listen to now instead of stock music. And basically if they were to play the episodes, they would owe a lot of people money. Viacom don't want to pay for it, Viacom, whatever. They don't want to pay to play the episodes essentially because all the episodes are edited with popular
even
music.
though that movie probably, even though that music probably ain't worth shit because Diddy owned it and sold it back to people at basically them making them. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I agree with you that that's what they said. But when I
Yeah.
look back on it, we know a lot of shows that had real music and they've been put out on streaming services since with the music replaced so that they don't have to pay the people. For instance, Charmed. Charmed works on my fucking nerves. You can never hear the original theme music. I am the
Oh, I didn't know
sun.
that.
I am the air. On every streaming service that Charmed is on, they have replaced all of the music for the most part with like fake music. So that's why I'm like, yeah, but y'all play Love and Hip Hop. Y'all play other songs that played radio music at the time and y'all pay for it. Why is it any different when it's MTV VH1?
Yeah, this
Why is it?
definitely be the episodes will absolutely be evidence.
So yeah, that's why I feel like they gave us a reason, but it's because they didn't want us to see under the eyes that we have now how problematic that was. Because back then, everybody thought that whatever somebody wants to put you through in order for you to make it, you supposed to go through that shit. Because I mean, think about it. Y'all remember Dave Chappelle had whole skits about the shit that Diddy was doing, having them walking from borough to borough for cheesecake and all of that type of shit.
Mhm.
Remember, he was like, y'all gotta go to Harlem and find me some Cambodian breast milk. That shit was hilarious. I hate I hate that nigga for that shit. That shit live rent free in my head. Like Diddy was literally on top of a nigga's shoulders, his security guard shoulders with lip gloss on. Like, giddy up, nigga. So I feel like everybody knew who Diddy was, and they just keep acting like I've never seen this before. You're lying. You're lying.
Yeah, definitely
Dylon,
lying.
Dylon, and Dylon, because I spit hot fire.
This is gonna be real interesting.
You just gonna do your taxes? That's what's hot. I'm sorry, y'all. That shit live rent free in my mind. That episode of Dave Chappelle making fun of that nigga. Shit, Jamie Foxx had a whole skit about him in his comedy show. Like niggas was talking, like people were saying
They sure
shit.
was.
We just wasn't listening with the right ears. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anything else about Diddy, y'all?
No, it'll be more to come, that's for sure.
Definitely
For
more to
sure.
come. I'm interested in seeing the witnesses they're going to have on their side in comparison to the people they're going to arrest. I feel like I see Harvey Pierre's name in documents too much for him to not be one of the people that would
And
be
Kevin
arrested.
Lamar.
Oh, I know they shaking in
Oh, he
that
just stepped
food.
down, didn't he?
He did. And honestly, I heard his name and shit before. People had named him in lawsuits.
Mm.
So that's why I
Now,
was like,
why is Usher and his mama in it?
well, I
Oh, you
mean,
talking about
because
as a witness?
yeah, they should be. Usher should be a witness. In all honesty, he's been rumored to not
Around for a
only
long time.
you've been around for a long time, and you have been rumored to be in the rooms when some of this shit happened to Cassie. And it's obvious that they're basing most of their case off of Cassie.
They are.
Because that's why I was like, people was like, that's two different things. What happened with Cassie is different. No, it's not. What part of this is hard for y'all to understand? See, this is the
That's
thing,
what
and this is what I did want to talk about. People confusing romantic relationships with women and then drug them and coerce them into basically being pimped out. I don't know if that's me.
I think it
Y'all
may
hear me?
be. Yeah, I think it might be
I'm
me. Go
back.
ahead.
Okay.
Oh, go
So
ahead.
I think people are confusing, like thinking that Cassie is the prostitute or whatever the victim, whoever the girlfriend is, she is the prostitute. No, he's literally hiring men to come in and have sex with his girlfriends, y'all. His girlfriends are not the prostitutes. His girlfriends are not the people that are considered the sex workers. He's literally paying men to come in and have sex with his girlfriends while they're drugged up or, unbeknownst to them in some type of way. Because they said in some of the documents, they said the girls are like literally passed out. So I
Yeah,
think
that's what R. Kelly was on too. Everybody was only talking about the girls at first, but then later on started coming out that he was hiring men to come.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's another thing when you said about R. Kelly. So somebody was trying to argue with me today about how Diddy is not the same because that lawyer came out and said there are no underage girls. And it's like, yeah, that's not the point. You can still adult women. If they are
Right.
abuse is
drunk or
abuse.
too high to consent, they can't consent. And that was the thing, that I said about Tiffany. When Tiffany Red posted her shit, she let us know that he drugged her in a studio, not even in the setting of a sex party, in the studio. So that's why I feel like he was doing that shit to people as a way of power, vengeance, like to, if a woman didn't want him or if a person didn't want to do what he wanted them to do, they might be at a party, at a meeting, at a studio session, they get water, they get a drink, and all of a sudden they are drugged. And now they wake up and there is a unknown prostitute that he's hired with a big, C standing over them. And I think that's what people aren't understanding. Diddy was getting off on watching his women have sex with these male prostitutes and people doing what he wanted them to do, like little, what dolls. That's why somebody said I'm not a rag doll. That's why Young Miami, girl, and you thought you was a bottom bitch, girl. Oh, did y'all see that with Stevie J? Stevie J was riding off into the sunset in a car.
And Face Money? Yeah.
Girl, I don't know if it was Face Money or whether it was a duffel bag from the shit with Diddy. But the way Stevie was driving off into the sunset in a car, bitch, like he was like y'all remember how back in the day Halle Berry used to be in them movies in the late 90s where it was a thriller and it was always her husband abusing her or some shit. And at the end of the movie, she driving off into the sunset with a duffel bag of money.
He
That's what
posted
Stevie
that.
J was doing.
Yeah.
He did.
He drove away and left Mimi without a bag because they canceled the show that she and him was supposed to do together. Did y'all see that?
No, I didn't even know they were supposed to do a show.
I didn't either.
About
but let
what?
me tell you. About a dating
A
show.
dating?
I guess they would both go on a dating show and people would come for him and people would come for her. Remember they had that show back in the day, like not too long ago, a couple of years ago with Peter, Amina, and Tara.
Yep.
And it was basically like, you have an ex and the person is
And they
trying
get
to
to
find
choose the
somebody new.
person in it.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
did that show even come out?
That show
Theirs
came out with
did.
Peter,
Peter's
Amina, and
them did.
Tara. But see, I think
Oh.
Stevie and Mimi were going to do something separate on their own because I don't think that was a BET show, but I think it was a concept they probably stole from the original show, which was on VH1 and MTV. But this was my thing about that. I was on that live because I saw that Claudia had pub for us. So I was like, maybe they're going to say something. We know Mimi fuck with Stevie, and Stevie is another one of Diddy's bottom bitches. On top of the fact that she's a video girl from back in the day, both of them, maybe they're going to say some shit now that he's in jail. Girl, the way Mimi got up there and ate her food, I was like, now why would you call Mimi on here when you know she ain't going to do nothing but pull out a plate of food and start eating? It was so dumb. I stopped watching. And so I didn't see the clip that went viral, but the fact that the only thing that went viral about that conversation was a fucking dating show y'all was supposed to have as of recent, that's some stupid shit to me. Because now I'm looking at Mimi like, Mimi, why you always got to be dumb?
Mimi trying to distance. Mimi like, I ain't got,
She
She said she don't know what Stevie J be doing because of her algorithm. She told me she don't follow him and stuff.
But you was going to do a dating show with him, though? And that's what I'm saying. Why are you still setting up to do business with somebody who BET and them who just gave this other nigga an award a year ago, like 2 years ago? Diddy just got it.
Right? And did they even
But
take it back while they taking away opportunities of shows and bags? Did they take the gifts back? The awards? I never saw that they did.
I didn't think
That's
they did
crazy.
either. So that's why I'm looking at the situation like, because she was like allegedly. But I was just like, you really could have came on here and said a lot more, especially because she let us know that she's friends with one of his baby mamas. So you cool, you got a baby with his baby daddy,
Mm.
and you cool with one of his baby mamas. But you coming on here and you don't have nothing more to give us, but he fucking up our money because we can't get a stupid fucking dating show together. To me, the thing is, Stevie J can't be that different from Diddy to me. You his friend, you hang around him. The last time Diddy was on the beach taking pictures with people, it was you right there next to him.
And
So
he also
anything
filmed
Diddy,
Eve.
he filmed Eve, you absolutely right. So to me, I feel like anything that Diddy was doing, Stevie was doing that shit too. And let's not forget about how easy it was for Mimi to sell herself out on a shower rod, probably because she's on video anyway. So
Mm.
to me, I'm looking at Mimi like, with all of that going on, you was still trying to do a show with this nigga. That shows your mentality and how you still fucked up here at a 52-year-old woman, and you sitting up here talking about, oh, this shit with Diddy is making us lose out on money. With a nigga that might have been looking for a woman to put in the exact same situation as some of these women that Diddy done been in. Like, girl, what?
The way he
Because
tried to do Jocelyn, he definitely tried to put
hello.
a Diddy on Jocelyn ass
Oh,
with her music and
yeah.
shit.
The way he used to talk to her.
The mind games he used to play with that girl, sending her back to the strip club, holding shit over her head all the time. Come on, bro.
Yeah, she
Like,
used to cry. No,
yes,
Stevie.
I'm not
Mhm.
going back to the strip club, only for her to become the same monster to them girls on that reality show.
She gonna have her moment too.
I can't wait because they keep giving her retries and reboots and opportunities to come in front of us again. And to me, ain't nothing worse than a woman that puts other women through that. Because, bitch, you know what it's like to have a so coochie, and you still gonna put another woman through that same shit. You ain't shit.
Okay, talk about it. Oh, y'all got anything else on Diddy in this situation? What y'all think they need to do with the catalog? Y'all gonna still be listening to like 112 and
Absolutely.
Total?
Yeah.
Cupid doesn't lie. You produced it, and you didn't even really produce it. You put together the team that produced it. I ain't about to change. Y'all know I still listen to Robert. As
That's
much
too
as I
much
talk
music.
about these niggas, he's in jail. He's not getting the residuals. I'm gonna continue to listen to some of the songs I like. Okay, I just am. It is what it is.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna hold you. I know I am.
When I
Cause
listen
if
to him, I just don't play it in no public forums. I won't force everybody to listen to it. When I went to go get my
true.
hair done a couple months ago, it was this old man in there. He played R. Kelly from the time I got there to the time I left, songs I had never heard of before. He was like, I'm still playing. Like,
Yeah,
damn, but we can't listen to nobody else.
Oh, you know what I
true
can't
that.
stand? Because one of my favorite songs. I'm a flirt. Seen who I see you walk up in the club. I'm a flirt. And it's like 50
Yeah,
11 niggas
yeah.
on that song that ain't never
And
been accused of nothing. Shout out to
no, the
Twister.
Promise remix though. Promise remix.
With
Oh,
who?
Not the Lil Wayne one. The one
okay, that's
with
my
R.
one.
Kelly.
Oh,
Oh,
I ain't hear the one with R. Kelly. I only know the Lil Wayne one.
I'm pretty sure. Am I tripping?
I
And
don't
let me
I
know.
know if
don't
I'm
know.
tripping. I feel like he got a Promise remix with Sierra that
Hit
I
the remix
loved.
to ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that. I'm sorry. There's so many songs that I could go to. He has a song called that was on that Purple Panties, or is the Black Panties? Purple Panties was a lesbian book, girl, bitch, whatever. Anyway, Black Panties was the album,
Hmm.
and he had a song on there. Right back to my
Yeah.
real niggas. That's my shit. I came up with my niggas. Like R. Kelly is
Mhm.
just the most
He
simple.
made me mad that year. That year when he
Mm,
was on every remix, I'd be like, damn. Like
he
this
really
ain't like I
was.
can't hear
And
no
that was
song
after
without
the
hearing
sex
him.
tape. That was
But
after the sex
yeah,
tapes.
I
I
know. I know.
can't.
He was in everybody's ear. But eventually I ended up knowing all his parts. Yeah. I guess we want to hear Usher sing Same Girl.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm thinking about that. And the window blinds are filled with rays of sun.
What
And your
song is that?
secret, I'm trying to get to it. Fantasies
Okay.
that will be done. It'd be hard for me to think of the inside of your walls there will dwell a Capricorn. Vision body all night. If we keep this up, then a love child will be born. All because of the greatest. What's the name of that song? The greatest sex. Girl, the way
Oh,
the lesbians will make a playlist back in the day with an R. Kelly song on it. Because that's where that come
Oh
from, girl. One of my
God.
girlfriends from high school made a sex playlist with that greatest sex song on it. And it has been in my mind ever since. Okay. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate R. Kelly. Because like it's just moments I'm not gonna be able to detach from my own memories.
mm,
And that's what I think about. But some of them songs, y'all, like seems like you're ready and all of that. Yeah, no, I can't listen to none of that.
I
no.
wonder
can't
if
listen.
Joselyn Savage is still holding him down.
Oh, I ain't
Oh,
heard nothing about her.
damn. Is there a
Jocelyn.
Google?
Yeah, is it Joycelyn? Joycelyn?
Yeah, Joselyn Savage with a Y, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Mhm.
see. Uh-huh. We ain't seen her in a minute. Where are they now? January 3rd, 2023. Defended R. Kelly, even though her parents. Girl, in January 2023, she was still defending that nigga. So she might be somewhere still thinking he gonna get out.
That was a year ago, though. Over a
Mhm.
year. That's almost 2 years ago.
Child.
Mm. I don't know, but we ain't heard not hide or hair from her in 2 years. And I feel like if her parents had gotten in contact with her, we would
Yo,
have
what is
heard
this
about
book?
it.
I'm seeing a book by her
Right?
on Amazon.
What?
What is this real? It's a book that says the love and
Love
joy
and
of
joy of Robert?
Robert.
Bitch. Not girl, 2
Now
stars.
she
What do
got
you
a
You
think?
found
2.0.
Girl, the rating said, what did I just read? I kid you not. Kendall said this book was a 11-minute read. The grammar is poor.
She
So having
dropped
to
it in
reread
August of
sentences.
2022.
Let's
it
unpack this.
says
Joy
one of the
said she
books
was
I wrote
used
to
as a
keep
child.
everyone up to date regarding the shadows of living with Robert.
Is this
What?
really hers? Because she didn't
Y'all,
seem
I'm
like
reading
she
some
will
of the
ever want to
comments.
speak out against him.
Did you read? Like, look at the comments.
They said, what did I just read? They said the book was an
Yeah.
11-minute read. The grammar was so poor.
You feel
Oh.
like a 10-year-old wrote this. Did a child write this? Please don't waste your time reading this pamphlet. I'm almost certain Jocelyn didn't even write this. I'm just repeating everything we already know. It's just repeating everything we already know from the media.
This could have been a Facebook post.
Girl, this could have been a chat a chat GBT situation, an AI.
Child,
Somebody
that's
said, I
insane.
like the book. And I think she is really being honest about what's going on. But the part when she said, Daddy, I was like, oh my goodness, this got to be real and not fake. I noticed the more you talk, the more you talk, more people will get to know your story. So hopefully you do part 2. I don't know. I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
This is wild. I'm not reading
Mm.
it, but that's wild. Even the cover of it is wild.
Yeah, the cover's disgusting. It's giving father-daughter.
Sure is.
Yeah. And but I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people, they be mad at these parents because you gave the kid to Robert. But it's like some of y'all gotta ask, why are they running from the parents? Because Joycelyn was like, I'm not going back to them people no matter what. And a lot of times I didn't know a lot of girls that enjoyed home life that would lead to be abused by a man unless they were being abused at home in some respect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
And the way she refused to go back, the way she was like, I'm not, it just, and the way they also kind of always stayed in front of the camera, the way y'all was one of them ones that brought, her to a concert, if I recall correctly.
I don't
It
think
just,
weren't they the one? I thought that was the other girl mama that brought her to the concert. Azriel. It was
it might have been,
Azriel.
it
Azriel
might have
mama brought
been.
her to the
Yeah.
concert. Yeah, she
Okay. It
did.
might have been, it was more than just
I thought it was
Azriel.
both of them though.
Me too.
Oh.
Because I remember the daddy. I
Yeah.
remember thinking to myself, damn, the daddy was like, I remember thinking to myself that was weird for him to be involved at the beginning. And I could be wrong because there's been so much information over the years. But I definitely feel like, I don't know if the daddy has been abusive, but I would just say that, you know, when girls are running, they usually running from something inside the household first.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Well, anything else?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. That's
I
it.
think that's
I think
it.
we ran it.
All right, y'all. Well, that's it. That wraps up our show tonight. We thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure that you are following us on all platforms. Okay. Keep in mind that Bondi's name is different on Twitter, and it's Blue Rose Bondi over on Twitter. Follow the
Yes,
Ooh
go.
Ladies First panel on Instagram. If you have any questions or, a story, need any questions about, life or something, go ahead and send us an email. All that great jazz. Okay. That's all that we got. Subscribe to everyone's channel. Make sure you're liking up the video on your way out, and we will catch you guys in the next one, y'all. Bye.